Before we get started, I just want to address my LDS friends that may have stumbled upon this video because they searched General Conference on YouTube. I am in no way, shape, or form attempting to disrespect the church or its gospels or its teachings at the moment. This video is not a bash the LDS church video and more of a please listen to my feelings video. I didn't leave the church because I was offended, and I didn't leave the church because of like the controversial reasons, like I wanted the priesthood or something. My ask of you is to just put your mean comment fingers away and get out your nice comment fingers and just to listen to my feelings for a second. Thank you in advance for not belittling me in the comments. Hi, happy Wednesday. This is more of a serious video, and if that's not your thing, I'll see you next week. If you didn't know, if you're a little new around here, I grew up as a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They used to be called the Mormon Church. Apparently we're not doing that anymore. When I was in high school, I started asking some questions about church history and about women and about the church, and I wasn't getting any answers, not even like the apologetic answers that people usually give now. And I was upset and heartbroken, and I prayed and read my scriptures and did everything I was supposed to do to receive an answer, and no answers were coming. And after tears and heartbreak, I decided to leave the church. Since leaving the church, I have kept up with church news, not because I'm not over the church, like I am over it, but because people that I know and love are still members of the church, and it's nice to be able to have conversations with them without them talking to you like you're an idiot. I want to put you in that headspace of the heartbreak that happens when the God you've believed in your whole life doesn't have any answers for you. So that is when I decided to leave the church. So now every first weekend in April and first weekend in October, my missionary senses go off because General Conference happens. General Conference, if you are not a member of the church, is kind of like the LDS Super Bowl. The prophet, Russell M. Nelson, and all of the general authorities, which are Russell M. Nelson's apostles and the 70, and all of these old men gather in Utah, and people come from all around the world to listen to them talk, and people tune in on the BYU channel on TV or online, and they listen for two-hour sessions a day for 2 days, plus the priesthood session and the women's session, depending on if it's October or April. It's a lot of church for 2 days, and it's nice because you can sit at home in your pajamas and watch and listen to this prophet of God, so to speak. But after leaving the church, I have realized that conference time is kind of when people recharge spiritually, which is great and fine, and if you like it, and that's awesome. But it means that people like me that have left the church and have decided to go a different way in life get texts and phone calls and emails and Facebook messages and Twitter DMs and Instagram DMs of General Conference talks or quotes or scriptures or hymns or whatever that reminded them of me. From family members, from friends, from old young women's leaders, from everything. The messages like, I think this will make you happier, or this made me think of you, kind of get old. It kind of sends a subliminal message that you don't think that I'm happy. That I'm not happy outside of the LDS church, and I never will be unless I come back. Which, contrary to popular LDS belief, is not true. I'm very happy, and I am loving where I'm at in my life, and I'm looking forward to the future. And it also kind of implies that, I don't know what to do with my life, or I don't know what I need. It's hurtful. And it, gets into my heart a little bit and kind of taints the relationship we already have, and it makes me think we're not friends, and you're more of a missionary to me, and I'm more of your project than your friend and someone that cares about you and wants the best for you. It makes me think of people saying that the church is the best place for everyone, and it kind of isn't necessarily true. I know a lot of people that have been belittled and ridiculed by people of the LDS faith, and their ward probably wasn't the best place for them, so they stopped going to church. And it implies that, like, they didn't make smart decisions about getting bullied when they were LDS. You know what I mean? It, like, doesn't open you up for open conversation about the church. It kind of just, like, makes you seem better than everyone else when you send it. And it kind of hurts my feelings. Which is fine, like, I can take it, but I think there are other people that wouldn't take it as well as I do. If you do really, really want to send me General Conference articles, hymns, talks, church, they used to be called Mormon messages, and I don't know what they're called anymore, and I apologize. Like, by all means, do it, but just be willing to have an open and vulnerable conversation about the church, because it doesn't seem like a two-way street. If you wouldn't want me sending articles about the Protect LDS Children movement, which a lot of people think is anti-LDS, then don't send me a General Conference talk. If you're not ready to hear and legitimately listen to the other side, then don't send it, because it's just not worth it. You're probably not going to change their mind, and they're not going to change your mind, which is fine. It's just not worth it. It's not worth either of your time. And if you really want to send it, just ask them if they want to hear an LDS talk or an Ensign article. Is it Ensign or Ensign? My grandma called it the Ensign. My mom calls it the Ensign. Whichever pronunciation makes you happy. Just ask. It's not hard. And if they don't want it, they'll say no. And if they do say no, please respect them. It's hard to say no to things like that. I understand that people that send these things to people that have left the LDS Church mean the best, and they mean so well. It's just invalidating, and you might not even mean it that way, but it is. And I'm sorry to be the one that has to tell you that. See ya, I'll see you tomorrow. The rest of you, I'll see you next week. Bye.